Hey guys, Bernie the Shredder here once more. Coming at you with a video that's not particularly going to be a lesson video, but just sort of a response to a question I got from someone who put down a comment on one of my 7-string videos asking me if you can sort of tune down 7-string guitars like sort of an like a drop tuning, like drop D but on a 7-string, which would essentially be drop A. So all you got to do is on your lowest string bring it down one step. So if you know how to drop D, a standard tuned guitar, just do the same thing with a 7-string guitar and you can get that same sort of sound, except you'll be, a lot lower. But what I decided to do with this guitar, because I simply wanted to experiment, wanted to get some different sorts of sounds, and I wasn't really using the guitar all that much, so I just wanted to try something a little new this summer with it. So basically what I did was I beefed up the string gauges. So my lightest string is a 13 right now, and it's tuned to B flat, which is already, I guess, kind of low. And going down the strings, I went accordingly, standard tuned all the way, like you would normally tune a 7-string. But by the time I got to the bottom, I got down to a low F, which sounds like this. So basically from high to low, going from B flat to F, it sounds like this. And basically my low F is a 70 gauge string, 7-0. And I guess you could use it as like the highest bass string or whatever, something like that. Anyways. I did it because I just wanted to go for something sort of like a Meshuggah type sound, sort of like that really, really low tuned stuff. What I did was I basically bought a set of strings that was 13 to 56, but I replaced the 3rd string, which was a wound string originally. I think it was a wound 22 or 24, something like that, or 26 even, I should say. Wound string, and I didn't want to have a wound string as my 3rd string. I wanted a plain steel string, so I bought a 21 to replace it. And I bought the 70 gauge string separate from the set in order to make that composite 7-string set that was extra heavy. Because most 7-string guitar sets that you'll buy on the market will be like, let's say, 9 to 52 or 10 to 56 or something like that, to accommodate like a standard tuning, or let's say half step down tuning, whatever you want to do. So I kind of went for this. And like I said, this isn't really going to be a lesson video, but if you want to know what I was doing at the beginning there, just kind of basically an F arpeggio, which is essentially on the lowest string you start on the 12th fret, and it is a 7-string arpeggio with a tap note on the end of it. So it's kind of a long arpeggio, but it goes on adjacent strings you go 12, 10, 9. You play that twice. And on the second pass, on the 5th string, you would be playing the 14th fret, so, which is an arpeggio in and of itself. So, and then going up the strings here, starting from the 4th string, you go 12, 11, 12, and then 10 on the highest string. So, yeah, so 12, 11, 12, 10 on the highest string, then on the highest string you go 10, 14, after playing it back down, and then tap the 19th fret, and basically come all the way back down with the same notes. So basically that, but I didn't want to do this sort of as a lead guitar sort of tuning. It's really a rhythm guitar tuning, because I mean it's just just really low. You can create some really cool single note riffs, kind of like what Meshuggah does with, let's say, you know. Doesn't really matter whether that's right or not. I'm not actually learning the song, but that's sort of what I kind of picked up from that song, which is Bleed off the Obzen album. And it's a riff that kind of starts off with, you know, you're playing on an E flat here, you know, but then on the later part of the riff you're coming down all the way to. Just kind of really cool stuff like that, you know, or off an earlier album they had like the. You know, just kind of stuff like that. You really can tune down a 7-string and experiment with it. You know, there are people doing all sorts of variations of tunings. All Shall Perish has done it. I mean, Meshuggah's doing it. They're, you know, they have an 8-string guitar tuned down a half step, and so this would be the counterpart to that on a 7-string variation. You know, there's some bands that tune to low Fs and F sharps and drop As and variations of all those different tunings. So you know, thanks for the comment and the question, and this is my response to that. So for those of you that were wondering, yeah, you definitely can tune down a 7-string. You just gotta watch out for the intonation sometimes, because I mean, if you're tuning, you know, super low like I'm doing right now, sometimes the intonation goes off on the higher frets of the guitar, simply because it's not really made for that kind of tuning. But I mean, if you're just gonna use it on a guitar for practicing purposes or experimentation or whatnot, it's a lot of fun. And you know, just go for it, go wild and experiment. You know, buy all sorts of different gauge strings and find what works for you. You know, I mean, what can I say? So yeah, thanks for watching, and enjoy. Have fun experimenting.